Hey guys, and welcome back to another podcast. Today, I'm welcoming Liam Katz once again. How are you doing, Liam?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. So let's get right on into the podcast. So today is just going to be kind of a conversation about what we're doing to stay busy in quarantine. So yeah, you want to start us off, Liam?
Well, I'm just watching TV pretty much, going outside, riding my bike, and that's laying in my bed most of the day, waking up at like 12:30, 11:30, like waking up different times every day. My sleep schedule is all messed up. Staying
Yeah.
up till 2 in the morning.
Hmm.
What have you been doing?
We have like had a lot of basketball workouts. Like every day we either have a workout or like a challenge or something. So I've been doing a lot of those, and then I've of course been doing the schoolwork. Okay, is it just me, or do you feel like they give us more schoolwork now than
Yeah,
when we were in
well,
school?
no, because it's when we were in school, we were doing it in school, and now that we're just at home, it feels like homework. And so I
Yeah,
think it's pretty much the same amount, but
I know.
it might
Okay,
be
I
more.
just, I just also wish teachers did it as or did everything as a completion grade for like
Yeah.
during quarantine instead of points, because it's like you like
Well,
on some of these websites, it's so specific. Like one time I capitalized everything like properly, and I guess that was wrong. And so she
mhm.
was like, I got every single point off on the computer, and it went into hack that
Yeah.
way. And then I had to be like, I just capitalized them. Is that really that bad? And she was like, oh, okay, I'll fix that, but just this once. Or then like teachers get mad because I have to upload one of my things on Google Classroom, and I have to take a picture of like a piece of paper. And one time the image rotated. I think it was because when you take it sideways and then you upload it, it rotates it so it's a vertical picture, so it's
Mhm.
sideways. And so the teacher saw it on the computer as sideways and couldn't figure out how to rotate it or anything. So she was
Just
like,
go like this. Just
I know,
turn your
she
head
was,
90
yeah,
degrees.
just be like, all right. No, but she was like, okay, you're getting half credit. And it was a 2 point, like, homework assignment. And I was like, that's
For
dumb and whatever.
because you turned it in sideways.
Mm-hmm.
She can't do that.
She did,
She
but I literally took a screenshot of every single one and then just rotated it in like like iPhone editor or whatever it's called,
Mhm.
and then just sent it right back to her. And she was like, "Oh, great, thank you."
Oh
It's
my
like
God. Who was it? What
it
what,
literally
what subject?
math.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's I don't know. See, that's just like I get it's hard for like teachers and stuff like that, but like in my opinion, a lot of times, okay, if it's a quiz and stuff like that, I get why it's not completion. But if it's just like even in school, they might grade that as a completion assignment. Like my teacher would, she would grade it as completion, not if your picture was rotated or something.
Mhm.
And like now, not in school, they're grading it for points. And like she'll look through the problems, and if there's too many of them that are wrong, like on
Mhm.
the homework assignment, then she will take off a half point also. And I'm like, in school you did it as completion, and now you're doing it for like percentage or whatever points or whatever, and so it's like
Or
it's
what
weird to me.
direction it's facing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
the teachers are using different methods of handing out work. Some
Mhm.
are like handing them out like separately every day, and others just give it to you on Monday and you have to finish it through to Friday. I like it better when they give it to us Monday because I feel like the teachers that give it to us Monday are giving us like one day of work,
Mhm.
when the teachers that give it to us every day are giving us like the amount of work that some teachers give us in a week in one day.
Mhm.
And I'm also
I
glad that
do.
we get the Fridays as like a day to like work on stuff that we have to catch up on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like that as well, because I think first off it helps the teachers in general, because like if they have trouble grading something, it gives them a specific day that they can grade without going into the weekend or something. I don't know. And then also it's just nice because it's dedicated to clinics. So most teachers, I should say, have clinics. Even though I
Mhm.
think all are supposed to, but not all
Hmm.
do, but still. I like I like when they give us all the work, of course, at the beginning of the week, but I like when you go into modules and like at least on Canvas for us, you go into modules and then it's like day by day set out. And like that can be nice because like sometime if they don't date something, you don't know when exactly it's due because they'll
Hmm.
set the due dates all to Friday. So it's like, which one am I supposed to do today? And you might
Yeah.
do it out of order. And I'm like, that's challenging in my opinion for some teachers. So
And
I don't know.
one big problem is that I like to get a lot of one subject done, like one day, like one subject a day. But there's some teachers that do the Monday, like every day, new work, and they lock the work that for the next day, so you can't move on. You can only do that day, and that really frustrates me.
Yeah, I understand that a lot because like there's some times where I'm like, I either know I'm not gonna have time the next day, or like I have say like I have a basketball workout. Like sometime I know I have two basketball workouts tomorrow that are gonna take a while, and I won't have much time in like the afternoon. And so I just want to get as much done as I can the day before, or something like that. And it's like it's annoying that they always lock it or something. And I think they should just allow you to
Mhm.
do whatever you want, like in the week period. I get if it's like next week and you lock it for like that instance,
Mhm.
that's fine by me. But yeah, that's frustrating in my opinion.
Mhm. And another great thing about like this clinic thing is that like I get it, some kids might need the clinic, and teachers might need the clinic to like grade some stuff. But it's pretty much like a 3-day weekend, except you got to join a couple Zooms the first day, and it's
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Yeah, I actually didn't do any Zooms today because it was just like I understand most of the stuff I'm
Hmm.
doing. And so it's like I don't see a point in joining the Zooms because like some teachers' Zoom calls are just like really awkward because it's like
Hmm.
the teacher acts like it's a regular class and they're like going around the class like, so what have you been doing this week? And you're just like, oh, schoolwork. Like it's kind of different on a Zoom call because it's like unless like with your friends it's more fun when you have all your friends around, but like when it's just like a group of like five kids and two teachers, you're like, oh yeah,
Hmm.
I've just done a lot of
Yeah.
schoolwork this week and stuff like that. Like there's not much conversation, so I haven't found it like enjoyable to go on them.
I join Zooms of classes that I like, unless I need help, and so I joined my social studies Zoom, and it's just we're all friends in there. The teachers, they're chill pretty much, and they don't give a lot of work, so there's nothing really to go over. So we just talk a lot, and it's really fun. And so that I join those, and then other ones that if I don't need help, I won't join.
Yeah, there's not many that I like would enjoy going to just because it's like most of the time, at least for mine, that when I go to them, there's like not many kids. Or like we have a French one that's like I guess technically it can't be mandatory, but it's as close as to mandatory as she can make it because like
Hmm.
she will teach you things in that period. And I always don't like the time of it because it's at noon, and I'm like, come on, I just want to eat lunch. Like I don't want to have a Zoom call.
Yeah.
And it's on Google Meet, so it's like I had a lot of trouble connecting a microphone. So she was like, if you don't use your microphone, how do I know you're here? I won't mark you off for like the
Yeah.
points and everything. And I'm like, come on.
Well,
Like
if
I literally
she can't do that if it's
I
not
know because
mandatory.
yeah, for
Because
a
the reason
mandatory
they,
Zoom call, you have to have a permission slip from parents.
yeah, if you can't make it mandatory because kids might not have the technology to be on the call in the first place, you can't knock them for not having a microphone.
Yeah. Or you can't like if there's times where like say both of my parents or even my sister are all on Zoom calls at the same time, when I try to get on one, then it's like impossible for me to get a connection. And so like and they're just like, "Oh, well you need to like get in the Zoom call or something." I'm like, "You can't it's like you can't just like drop at a dime and be like, okay, you need to go on a Zoom call now. It's like
Hmm.
that's not possible. You kind of need to plan ahead. Like some teachers annoy me where they're like, every week is a different time for a Zoom call, and it's like you can't really plan ahead. So, but most of my teachers have been kind of sticking to like, oh, I'll specifically do a Zoom call at that time, but like some haven't. That's just a
Yeah.
gripe. So yeah, I feel like it's also different because like it's so weird to do like tests. Like we were doing a like vocab test on the computer, and it was so
Hmm.
weird to me because like normally on a vocab test you're able to go back and like you're able to like cross out or like go back through your answers again because like this is like a fill in the blank, like it's a sentence, complete the sentence, and you have like a word bank. And normally on those tests you can go back and say like you don't understand this one and you just like circle it and then you'll go back to it. On these you can't, like, or at least teachers haven't put the ability to make it so you can go back. So it's like after you do that question, if it comes up again, like, oh, you're like, oh, this one I know is the answer, not the other one, you can't go back and change that. And that's like annoying to me on tests that like normally I would go back and forth onto like looking at answers and stuff like that. You just can't do that. So that annoys me. But yeah, I don't
But
know.
another a good thing about the online is that I'm not saying I do this because I don't know who's listening, but I know some kids do this, and that is cheat. And again, I do not do this, but but it is a lot easier to cheat as I hear. I only hear it. I don't do
I hear as well, but
it.
I've heard literally, and I like I don't do this, but I know I was talking to one kid in our little group like class things. The teacher accidentally left in the Zoom call, so this kid was like, "Hey guys, if any of you guys are in this like X class, I can get you in this group chat." And I get that this one kid just posts all the answers for the group chat or on the group chat, and he's like, I
But
ask you not to use the same words, but if you want to paraphrase, you can. And so he'll just give you the answers if you need it. And I wasn't in the class, so I wasn't like, I'll be in it. But I'm like, I know there's a lot of people that have those like group chats that like they're in
mhm.
and they'll just give away all the answers. And I'm
But
like,
it was always like that. Like there was always
mm-hmm.
one kid in the class that would somehow his work would just or his or her work would somehow get to the whole
Yeah,
class.
but it's not like in class, it's more difficult to do that. Like homework, they would always do that, but like in class it was different. But now it's just like
Hmm.
literally kids just like send out documents of like, oh, here exactly what I did. And I'm like, I
Yeah,
personally I wouldn't do that. Like as a student. Because I wouldn't want someone else just like literally
yeah,
copying
copying my work.
exactly. Yeah. Like I'm fine helping people if like they really need it, but like I would never give them the like full on
Hmm.
answers.
Unless like you get something in return.
Well,
Like
yeah.
me and my friend last year, we used to do these study guides, and there were like 3 pages of just like like impossible questions that you had to go through the textbook and like read chapters, and it was just annoying. So we would take turns, and it
Hmm.
wasn't like I'm just giving this kid the answers. It's like, oh, I'm giving him the answers, but the next time he's gonna give me the answer.
Yeah. I feel like that's fine though. Like, see, teachers gripe on that too much, in my opinion. Like, if you're like sharing answers or something, that's also like a good way to make sure you have the right answers as a
Mm-hmm.
student. And it's a good way to fact check your information. Cause like, if you're like going to like do something at your like job or something and you like say
Mm-hmm.
work in an office or something and you're doing a presentation, it's not like you're gonna not compare your answers with your coworkers, be like, oh, did you
Yeah.
guys also get this? Or like you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
check your answers with someone, not just go in and be like, oh, well, I think these are fine. Like, I don't know, that's always dumb to me because they're always like, you guys shouldn't talk about your answers in class, but it's just like it's a good way to gauge if you were like correct or not. I don't know. That's just my
Mm-hmm.
opinion, but still. So yeah. So have you done any like specific things with your family? What have you been doing to stay connected with your like outside? I can't think of the word right now. Your
Non-immediate family.
there you go. That's what I was looking for.
Uh, I don't think that's the proper way of saying it. We haven't really done that much with them because a lot of them are old, like a lot of them, and just I don't know.
Hmm.
Uh, we did a big family Zoom on Easter, and that was pretty much it. Except my grandparents my dad's side comes down to our house to pick up groceries because they don't want to go to the store, and
Mm-hmm.
so they stay in the car with the windows up, and we just talk to them from a distance. And then my other set of grandparents, my mom's side, surprised us and came down and dropped off soft pretzels,
Ooh.
which I don't want to say I don't want to like see them because I enjoy seeing them and I miss them, but I kind of don't want to see them because I wish I could just somehow keep them inside, but that's not right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can kind of agree with that because like my grandma, like she has a bunch of older friends that she likes to go out with and stuff like that. Or like they'll have like wine nights and they still do that sometime. And I'm like I get that she's trying to have fun and stuff like that, but like sometimes I'm just like you never know who has it or something,
Yeah,
and you worry sometimes. But I don't know. We've
it's just
done. Sorry, go
no, go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, no, okay.
Okay, well, I was
No,
just
no,
gonna say like
okay.
to communicate as a family, we've just done like FaceTimes and Zoom calls, but like
Mhm.
doing a big Zoom call is so awkward,
Yeah,
because like it's just like everybody's just sitting there sometime for just someone to talk, and then once someone talks, then everybody starts to chime in, and then it's like it's just the screen or something's going crazy. So
yeah,
I don't know. When you have more than I feel like 5 people in a single Zoom or FaceTime, it just starts to go bonkers. You know?
bonkers. Yeah.
Well, because, like, okay, you know how on Zoom you can have that, like, speaker mode or speaker view where it's just, like, the one person, and then you can, like, the one person that's talking will come up on the screen, you know that?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. But, like, say you're doing that with, like, 10 people, and there's, like, everybody's trying to talk. It's just all bouncing on the screen at the
Yeah.
same time. And then we had, like, little kids in our Zoom call, and it was, like, because there was little kids in the family, and I was, like, it's fine to have them, but it's just, like, sometimes it's just, like, when they're always talking, I don't know.
Mhm.
That annoyed
Yeah.
me. But a little rant on family Zoom calls. But it's,
Do
like,
they
I don't
listen
know.
to this?
My grandma does, but I didn't say anything bad about her.
Hello, Matt's grandma.
Uh, she'll just be like randomly texting me like, "Hey, I liked your podcast." I'm like, "Okay, thank you." But yeah, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah, we could go ahead. You had something to say
I,
before.
when you said you text your grandma, my grandpa on my dad's side, so my dad's dad, has Facebook, and he like DMs me through Facebook because I also have Facebook, and so he only uses Facebook between like 12 and 3 in the morning. So I can get messages from 12 to 3 in the morning from him, and they're just the most random stuff. Like
Yeah,
it's just out of the blue. But I love it and I respond and it's fun.
yeah. There's like, well, that's the thing with teachers too. Is like, do you see this with your teachers? They post things at the latest, like
Hmm.
some of my teachers will post something at midnight. Like I'll wake up the next morning, it'll be like your assignment was created at like 12:59 a.m. and I'm like,
and
how late are you staying up?
and they're grading stuff at like 2.
Yes, that's
It's
so weird to me
crazy.
because like it's just like I don't know because they're always like, oh, like well, it's like they're always like, oh, we're busy during the day and stuff like that by grading, and I'm like, how busy that it takes all day when like
Yeah.
normally when we did things in school, they would finish it like during or they would finish grading like after school, but not like at midnight. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was weird to me.
It's yeah. It's just I don't know what they're they're just grading all day. And in the
Yeah,
beginning, we thought it would just be easy for them, but
yeah.
I guess
It's
not.
I know. I would like sometimes I feel like it's a lot like there's some teachers that I feel like really struggle with like
Mhm.
the online part of it. And so it's like
Mhm.
you just have to be like patient sometimes because like it's sometimes like a day will be messed up and then you have to go back and like redo everything that day. So it's
Mhm.
just like I don't know. We're all figuring
Yeah.
it out. But okay, wait. like I've heard this. Do you think this is true? Like that we'll never have a snow day again because of virtual learning?
Um, yeah. I don't think they'll call it like a day off. And that's kind of a good thing because then I never, like, I liked snow
Yeah.
days in elementary school, but now, like, they take away from the summer. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel like teachers, unless they're just like teachers that give piles of homework every night, I don't think they'll give you like a lot of work, just
Yeah.
like a review, a small little worksheet.
Yeah.
Because like they're not gonna have something, they're not gonna have the lesson prepared, the like
Online and
on,
like in
yeah, right
school.
away.
Mm-hmm.
Because that'd be crazy.
See, I've also like I don't know if this is true at all, but like people I've heard a couple kids like talk about this. It's like, well, we have to do work then like over winter break, like say like and I was like, why would they make us do that? Like because they were like,
What?
oh, like after Christmas, most people would be done with their holidays, so like why wouldn't teachers just have us do online schoolwork? And I was like,
Hmm.
okay, like personally, I don't think that will happen, but if it does, I'd be so mad because it's like that's your break. Like I don't know. That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
that's the thing of it, like weekends. Also, same thing. Like that's the weekends. We're not supposed to have work, but you still
Yeah.
give us work, and it's just it's annoying. It's
I was.
like these are our scheduled times to not specifically not do work, and you're giving us work.
hmm I always like the teachers that were like they always had like specific or like they were always like we're not gonna give you homework over the weekend. And I was like that's so nice because like when I do homework over the weekend, I end up putting it off until like Sunday night, and then I'm like, oh crap, I gotta do that homework that I've been
Hmm.
putting off this whole time, and it's like that just always sucks because it's like I get like, but every kid procrastinates, and I'm like,
Yeah.
when it's just a small homework assignment, you're like, oh, I can just push that down and I can do it later. But it's just so annoying on a weekend. I don't know.
Like before this whole thing started, I thought I procrastinated a lot. What was that?
I
That
just
was
had to
the most.
cough.
It was very quiet.
Well, because I muted the microphone.
uh, that was weird. I thought you just went like this. I thought when this whole thing started, I thought I was like a really big procrastinator, and like I always waited till the last minute. But now I find out like there are people in my classes that are like doing like starting like writing assignments 45 minutes before it's
45
due.
minutes. Holy
Hmm.
crap. Okay,
And
like I know.
it's
Sorry, go ahead.
nuts.
That's crazy to me. Okay, like there's kids that have like we had that science assignment, that little atom thing, and there was
Hmm.
a girl that was telling me she was like talking to a couple kids, and I overheard she was like, I haven't like started my project at all, and I was like, I like part of me was like, do I really believe that? But I was like, that's still insane if like actually you didn't start it at
Hmm.
all until the night before and then
Yeah.
you did it all that night. I was like, first of all, I would be so stressed. Second of all, you wouldn't have time to do anything else. And like third of all, it would be like you wouldn't go to bed at a reasonable time. I don't know.
Well, it depends how like good you wanted it to be. I mean, like
Yeah.
there are some pretty bad atom models that got like like you can't be graded on like how good you are at arts and crafts.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It was just like that was so crazy to me that like you can wait that long. See, okay. Also, if a teacher gives you a big or like some type of project or like a writing assignment, give
hmm.
us at least one weekend because like that's when I get the most work done on projects is the weekend because it's like
Hmm.
then I can just sit down for like 2 hours and just don't have any distractions because like when it's after school it's like you might have sports or something else or like clubs, so that's just always annoying to me. Are you doing a rock ambassador?
No,
Oh, okay.
I was never offered for some reason. Like
Oh.
my homeroom teacher never said anything, and
Yeah.
I kind of want that last day of summer. Are you
Yeah.
doing it?
Yeah, I am. Everybody was allowed to do it now because they didn't have interviews. So yeah.
Oh, so you got denied and then, or
No,
did
it
you just
was
not
just
have your
like we didn't
interview?
even have the interview, so it was like everybody made it. Because I think
That's funny.
they got to like the first round of interviews for like 4 kids, and then they were like, "Oh, well, we're out
Yeah,
of school for the rest of the year." So
yeah.
then they were like, "Everybody's
Well,
gonna
they
make it."
they could have done interviews through Zoom. That would
Yeah,
have
I
been
don't
easy.
know.
Or they could
Yeah,
have
I
just
think
had kids fill out like a more detailed resume.
yeah, but it's just like I don't know. They already were like wanting so many kids to join that it's like just make it less difficult to join in my opinion because they were always like, oh, we're running short on people this year, like we want you to join. And I was like, then just like have an easier process because you have to fill out like a whole
Yeah, I
resume
know.
and like all this stuff, and then you have to go in for an interview. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't know. That was just my opinion on it. So yeah. All right, do you have anything
Oh, wait.
else?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Um, so I had this writing assignment, and I haven't finished it, but I did the what's it called? Graphic organizer,
Mm-hmm.
and the writing assignment is freshman year. And so you had to name three good things that happened freshman year and three bad things or not fun things that happened freshman year. And I would like to know what yours were. Three good,
uh
three bad.
3 good, or 3 bad. I would say my best like memory from freshman year is like when we as the freshman basketball team beat South, like in the locker room we were so hyped because like we lost. It was the first game of the season. We lost to them by 20, and then we came back and we beat them by like 17, I think. And we were just so happy. And I was like, that was my best. Like it was out of school, of course, but it was technically like a school sport. But that was like, it was so much fun in my opinion. So that was probably my best memory. And my worst or like not fun. I don't know. I
Yeah, I had
really,
I had trouble with it too. It's
yeah,
like
cause like
I came up with the good things so easily, but then the bad things they just like
I could be like, I could complain about like a teacher or something, but it's like I wouldn't want to do that on like a writing assignment. But it's like a
yeah,
bad
you want
memory.
it's like
Oh.
this isn't the teacher's name, but like Mr. Johnson is the writing teacher, and you're like, oh, that Mr. Johnson was a pain in the butt.
Or just like complain about some random teacher.
Yeah,
It's just like I don't know. That'd be weird. But my worst memory. I can't like. I could probably like my worst memory that I can think of. Shoot, I have no clue. This is hard because it's like nothing's that
yeah,
awful.
I
Like
know.
I would say the midterms were like the worst, but I don't know. That's
Yeah,
difficult because
yeah,
of
and oh,
course no one enjoys those, but
no one enjoys anything. The only reason like I miss school is because like hanging out with my friends and eating lunch with you, and
yeah,
it sucks that we're just stuck inside doing
that's
nothing.
that's what
It's
like oh it because like some part of me feels like it's summer and we're
yeah,
just
yeah.
doing schoolwork over the summer,
hmm
but then like when you want to go out and do something like you just can't because it was like I just had to think about this for a bit. It was like I wanted like over the summer I wanted to go to like a Phillies game because like of course we've gone to one, but like we just
hmm
didn't. It was like when we were like really new to the city and we wanted to go explore Philly more, and it was like we were planning on doing that and we couldn't go, and it was like that was something I wanted to do over summer, and I feel like I should do it now, but it's like it's not really
hmm
summer, so it's just awkward. I don't know, but I just I wish we were like didn't have this. This sucks because
no,
like
of course, why would you wish we had it? Yo,
no
remember
one
like
likes
the
this.
big big Thursday, like the last day of school,
Mm-hmm.
when there were kids wishing that someone in the school got the virus so that we wouldn't have school for like a week.
Yeah,
Now we don't
I
have
remember
it
that
till like next
for
year.
the yeah.
And those kids made me so mad. That means you want someone to like get sick and suffer just so he could have a week off of school.
But I was like, I was always like, if someone in school gets sick, the likely effect is that we're not gonna have school for more than a week.
Mm-hmm.
And like of course I wasn't thinking we're not gonna have school for the rest of the year, but I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
we weren't gonna have school for like 2 to like 4 weeks. And like it was gonna be a while and we were gonna have to like do this online school. And I was like, I'd much rather be in school. Even before like all happened, I was like, I did not want to do this, but
Yeah, what was going through your head like the big Thursday when you found out Friday was done,
well,
and
because
then Sunday when you found out the rest of the week, and then I think
just it was the
Tuesday
next
when you
week
found
after
out
that.
until they didn't know.
Yeah. And it was just like, it was crazy because I remember I was, the stairs in our, by the gym to like leave by the gym lobby.
Mm-hmm.
So I was walking
Mm-hmm.
up those stairs and I just hear one girl like yell that like, we don't have school. And I was like, what the heck? So I look on the website and I see we don't have school Friday. And I was like, what the
No, and
heck? Because I was
I
like,
remember walking out of choir with you, and then like I started going to the library, like up that staircase, and you
yeah.
started heading towards the gym, and you
Mm-hmm.
passed Cole McCarthy,
Yeah. McCall.
and he
Yeah.
said to you, "How do you feel? It's the last day of school."
It was like, well, that really, like, the
No, but
first
he
thing I
was
heard that,
joking then.
yeah, he was joking. And then I remember I was coming up after track and I just heard kids talking about it. And I looked on the website and I was like, what the heck? We're already done with school? Or
Yeah.
like this Friday. And I was like, I kind of set into me that like when the NBA and all the sports ended, like their like season and everything,
Uh-huh.
it first was like, okay, we're probably going to have a week or two off. Like, that's probably what's going to happen. It wasn't immediately like, we're done for the rest of the year. It was like, okay, it's going to be 1 or 2 weeks. And now like going into this, it's been so crazy to me that it's like, we're already, I don't know. It's like, it wasn't what I expected. Cause like when I went in, it was like, I was expecting like teachers to have a, like way more like, just in my mindset, I was like expecting like every day it was going to be like 7 Zoom calls, and it was like every class was going to
Mm-hmm.
have its separate Zoom call, and that's what I was expecting. And it was like, that's what threw me also for a loop. It was like
Yeah.
teachers just didn't have like the same type of like teaching style or whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
what was your thoughts then?
okay, so I was with like Max Ondike invited me over his house,
Mm-hmm.
and then like Sebastian was there and Gavin was there, and Lucas Dembskis too. And Max's mom was just like, "You guys don't have school on tomorrow." And when she said that, I'm like, "Oh, we're not gonna have school for the rest of the year." Like I just knew.
Really?
And
Yeah.
everyone was talking about like, "Oh, we're gonna when we get back to school this year, when we get like even when they told us until further notice, I was like, no, it's canceled." And everyone was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Well, when we get back to school this year, when we get back to school this year," and I just couldn't imagine going back to school this year. Like, how weird would that be? You're gone for like 2 months, and then you come back. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that would just be really weird.
It was like, the thing that annoyed me is because like there's still things, not in my real locker, no one ever used those, but like in my gym
Mm-hmm.
locker, I left like like some running shoes and some running clothes because it was like
Yeah.
we were gonna come back the next day, or so I thought. And then I was like, I saw that we were gonna be gone just Friday, and I was like, okay, we'll be fine. Like I'll just come back on Monday, and I already have,
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to bring anything to school. I already have it here, so I'll just be good. And then like I found out we're totally done, and it was like,
Mm-hmm.
how am I supposed to get my
Oh my,
stuff?
yeah.
And like the school's been closed forever, so like once they reopen it, I guess I can go back in. But like, I don't
Well,
know.
they might have thrown your stuff away
No, they
because,
wouldn't have.
well, they gave us like 6 hours to pick up stuff, but that was like the Friday,
Yeah,
and
but
so I think that
like
was just
my
like all
parents
the
never knew
necessary
about that.
stuff. They
My
didn't.
parents didn't even know. Yeah, because like, well, like the thing they told me is like they like the weekend after that they were like, oh, did you know Friday they had like a pickup time? And I was like, no. I was like,
Yeah.
dang. And so like
I wish I went in. I was right outside because Max needed to pick up something. I wish I
Mm-hmm.
went in. That would have been
The last
fun.
time.
It was no. We have 3 years, man. What are you talking about?
Well, let's hope.
No,
Maybe
it's
they
just
build
like
a whole new school.
everyone was like, I saw people like running out and like just with some people that did use their lockers, piles of stuff, and
Yeah, I don't get that.
I left in my gym locker a pair of sneakers and 3 wet bathing suits, and I think a
Oh,
pair of
that's gonna be so moldy.
and
Oh.
and a pair of shorts and 2 shirts. And yeah,
Mhm.
and and in my
Dang.
actual locker, in the beginning of the year, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use my actual locker for only snacks, not for my books.
Oh my God, there's gonna be like food that's like gone
There's
bad.
snacks. There's snacks in my locker from the first day of school. There's like seltzers in there. There's like a giant, like those big bags,
Wait,
like
isn't it
a
if it gets like
giant
too
bag of
hot?
pretzels.
Oh my God, but isn't it if it gets like too hot or too cold? Like, don't like pops like
Seltzer.
I don't know, or
Um.
seltzer like defizz or
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
I
know
don't think it'll
whatever.
get that hot in the school.
Oh my, it was so hot. Remember that one day that the AC didn't work?
Hmm.
That was, oh no, you know how at the beginning of the year, I guess like the AC must have not worked in some classrooms, and you know how some classrooms were like frigid and some classrooms were like super hot?
Hmm.
I remember that. That was like crazy because like my
It's like
French
that for every
class
school.
was so cold, and then, but it was like, it was so weird to me. I don't know, but because like, I don't know. Well, like, okay, I expected it to be like, there to be like at least because like it was so cold in one classroom and then you go to like another classroom might be even on the same floor and then it's so hot and I'm like I don't
Hmm.
know, they're like the teachers, I get that they control the AC a bit but like there can't be that much control. I
Yeah.
don't know, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
I
And like
like the first day of school next year is just gonna be like it's gonna be weird.
it is going to be very weird because it's like I wonder if they'll have like I don't know what they're gonna do because you're just gonna be walking in. It's like it's gonna feel so weird.
It's because
I
it's
don't
pretty
know.
much gonna be. I think it's gonna look exactly the same as we left it,
Hmm.
except it's gonna definitely be cleaner.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot cleaner. But it's just when you walk in, it's just like I don't know. Cause like you know how at the end of the year, like you start to kind of feel like you're in the next grade.
Hmm.
Like I haven't felt that at all, and maybe I will like towards the end of this whole thing. And I looked at the calendar. There's only like 6 weeks left, I think. And I was like so happy. Only like 6 weeks is still a while, but it's like I was so happy we have 6 weeks left, and then I'm done with this virtual learning.
All these weeks, like the past 3 weeks, have just been
It's been
days.
3.
I
It
don't
feels
know.
so much
It feels like
longer.
3, but it also feels like I just don't remember any of it.
Yeah, I can
Like
barely
it's.
remember back to like when school was like still in, because it was like it
Hmm.
feels so long ago. You
Yeah.
know, like that's just crazy to me.
This is getting deep.
Well, it's just
Um,
like it's so weird.
it's weird to think about. Yeah. Um,
I don't know.
uh,
Wow.
and also the last day of school, it's not gonna be like some assembly where like I don't know what they do last day of school at high school, but I'm sure they
Hmm.
probably have like some everyone's in the hall clapping for the seniors or something for the seniors, something in the auditorium last day of school like in middle school, and it's like the last day of school and the second last day of school and the third last day of school. It's just all it's like a fun day. Like
Yeah,
you
the
might have
whole
a lot
week
of
is fun.
testing. You might have
Oh
a lot of
yeah.
testing that week, but it's like you're just like this is the last test I'm taking for this class. Like
I
I'll take
yeah, I
it.
guess I guess I'm happy that I don't have to take finals, but also at the same time, it's like I kind of want to just get like the first finals over with, because it's like you always have that kind of looming over your head next year is like you're going to take your first final. And that's
Yeah.
weird. And then like
And
some kids, do you guys know, like I know you didn't take Keystones last year. What happens with that? Do you guys like have to take it like over the summer or like next year or something?
I have no idea.
Okay.
And I hope it's not the summer. I'm hoping it's next year. Or never. That'd be nice.
That would be nice, yeah. It's just like, I don't get why we need to take those. Like, I hate standardized tests, but that's just me. I think everybody does those.
Because I'm not standard.
Yeah.
I'm sittered.
Okay. I don't know what that is. But it's just like, I don't like taking standardized tests because it's just like, I don't know. There's no like room for, like, it's just everything's like so specific. I don't know. That's what a standardized test is, I guess, but still. I don't like it.
But about the last day of school. The last day of school is going to end when you hit that red X in the corner of your computer screen. And that's how you start the summer. You hit the red X, and then you just sit there. And you're going to stare at the screen and be like, that's it? That's freshman year?
But also we're going to have so much more work at the end of the school year. Because you know how like in the last week or whatever, like when teachers aren't preparing, at least last year, because we had like a small finals or like whatever they called it in middle school. When teachers weren't preparing for that, it was just like we just messed around and like didn't do things. And like there's I think 2 or 3 days like after finals, then it's like the last day of school or whatever. And like teachers will be giving us work on virtual learning up to that point. At least most teachers I would probably think will. And I'm like, you just like we're getting more work, you would think, because like, or I think personally, because like they have to, or because there's like no like they can't watch a movie or do some fun thing in class. So that's what annoys me. I don't know.
They could. I mean, like don't
get
they
a
have
big
those
Zoom
websites?
call.
A Zoom call and just one person has it facing the TV.
Oh my God. A teacher tried to show us a video of a Zoom call, and you know how it's like, it seems like whenever they show a video of a Zoom call, at least for me it was like stop, and it would like stop for a second, but you could hear the audio, and then it'd stop for another second and you could still hear the audio. So it was like every couple seconds the image would just stop, but the audio would be fine. And I was like, I don't know what's wrong here. So whatever. I don't know.
And the thing is that like after we're done with school, there's a good chance that we're still in quarantine. So
that's gonna
basically just doing the same stuff we're doing when we're not working. Even though I'd rather that than do school at work.
But it's just like there's nothing to do, because like over the summer, at least for me, I had like things that I wanted to do, because there's like we had all the basketball workouts planned as our team and stuff like that, and we were like going to do all these summer league games, and like I don't know, I was looking forward to that, and now it's like you can do nothing, and it was like I don't know. But like the thing that really annoyed me is because like we were going to go to the Big East tournament, and I look forward to that so much. That looks like, because I've always wanted to go to like one of those tournaments, but they've never been really close to Iowa. And then, like all we had is the March Madness game once, and it was just like we didn't end up going because it was during school. But it was like the Big East tournament looked fun. I wanted to go, and it was like now we can't because it kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But whatever. I guess everybody has to deal with that. So.
I went on a run, I think last week.
You should do cross country.
Hated every second of it.
It's not that okay. Let me tell you, I hate running by myself, but with other people, it's not that bad.
I can't run with other people.
Really?
Because like I just like I guess like when I run track or racing, it was okay. I still didn't enjoy it, but I mean, like, it just anxiety of not like being able to keep up, or it's just
fine. I don't know.
No, because like, yeah, but I ran like a mile, and I just didn't enjoy it. I'd much rather bike because
I enjoy biking a lot more. Yeah.
I like speed, and and it's just a lot less work to go a lot faster.
Yeah, I know. It's just like running's fun, at least for me, with other people. But it was like I've been running this week and like starting to get ready for cross country season, and it sucks. And I haven't ran for a couple of days because it's like it rained for the past 2 days, and then today I was like, I really don't want to run, and I was just wanting to play basketball. So I don't know, but it's like running by yourself is just so boring because it's like you can listen to a podcast or something, but like when you're running by yourself and like say something, your leg or something starts to hurt, that's all you start to think about. And it's like when you're talking to other people, then you can like think about the conversation and like be talking to them. But when you're like, when you have like, or say your ankle hurts or something, you're just always thinking about your ankle. And so it's so much harder to run, at least in my opinion. But yeah, biking's
Kira,
awesome. Mm-hmm.
she does this thing when she runs. Um, she runs like almost every day, and she uses I don't know what it's called. It's zombie something, and it's like she can listen to music, but she can like use this app, and every now and then the app will come in and start talking to you and describe like zombies are chasing you, and like it's
I
just
guess that would
she's
help with
yeah,
pace, I
it just
guess.
it makes it more fun, I guess.
Uh-huh. I
But
guess that would help with pacing because, like, that's also something I have trouble with is, like, when you're running by yourself, you sometimes just want to, like, run at a leisurely pace. Like, when you're
hmm
running with other people, at least I find it a lot easier to run a specific pace for the whole time. Like, say, like, I wanted to run, like, a 7-minute pace for, like, a couple miles just like as a nice easy jog. And it's like when I'm doing that by myself, I just find I like fluctuate a lot. But when you do it with other people, you could just like stay focused and just talk about that, and then we're all running at the same time. So I don't know.
hmm
But it's just I don't know. It's just so boring because there's nothing like at least for me it's like all I have is my family, and like I love them, but like you get
I love
so
it.
annoyed. You get so annoyed, just like you're all in the same house for like all this time. You barely talk to anybody else, and when you do, it's of course through a screen. Like you don't get any human like contact other
hmm
than the like other three people in my house. So it's like that's the big thing to me. Is like I just can't wait until you can just like go out and talk to anyone. You know?
Did you go to see the Blue Angels that
I did.
like didn't
Well,
show up?
I know. I went outside for a good bit, and I was just like, I was looking up, and I was like, so they didn't do anything, or
I went to like my mom took me and Kira to some place
hmm
where they were like supposed to fly like right next to us, and apparently they like changed their route, and we did see them, but they looked like a bird.
yeah.
Like
I've seen him before, so
they
it's
were
like,
far away,
yeah.
and it was
I've seen him before, so it wasn't that like big a deal that I missed them, but it was like, I don't know, because they were like, oh, they're gonna fly around. Like we looked at the like news article, and like my teacher sent us one, and I looked at it and was like, they were supposed to fly like near Newtown. Like if you lived in Newtown, you should have been able to see them. And I was like,
hmm
I've seen it before, and I was like, you would hear them first of all, because it's like they're very loud, and like I did not see them at all. So I don't know, but I guess it's something to to look out for
no,
during
it just
this
annoyed me
quarantine.
that I didn't really get to see them. I didn't even hear them. I just saw like
Yeah,
the little tiny
but at least you got out of the house, you
specks.
know.
I got out of the house when I still had work to do, and I went to
Okay,
like
that
some
one.
Dunkin' Donuts parking lot. I would try to go to a park or something, not some parking lot.
I know that, but
But yeah, we got out of the house.
what the heck?
It's an
I don't
alarm.
know why I have an alarm. I don't think I have something going on, but whatever.
Do you have a
Does that have
Zoom or anything?
no, not that I know of. I just
Do
have
you
a
normally
basketball
wake up
workout
at this
later.
time?
I do. Uh-huh. I totally normally wake up at this time. Normally I have all my work done at this time. So it's like,
Do you
my
not have a
goal is
phone?
always to try to get all my work done before lunch. That's always my goal. But I
Hmm.
never, oh no, not, I do it most of the time. It depends if there's like a test and say I really don't want to take the test. So I'll just procrastinate and be like, oh, I'll take it, after I do this. And then I do it. And then I'm like, oh, I'll do it after this. And then after this. And then after this. And it's like, oh, I'll do it after lunch. And then once I'm done after lunch, I'm just like, my mind is out of school. So I don't know. That's a challenge
What
for me.
What do you think the first thing you're gonna do or go to, like once this thing is over? Not like they open up everything. Like you're sure that like there's no doubt that you can be safe and go out.
Like you're 100% safe. Because
Yeah,
like for me right now, like I get that this might be, like some people might think of this as a bad thing to think about, but like I'm not nervous about getting sick. Like of course I like am cautious about like around other people and stuff like that. But like myself am not like going around being like, "Oh, please don't get close to me." Like I'm nervous
hmm,
about that. Like I get why some people are cuz this can be like a bad thing, but it's like for me, I'm just like I'm trying to stay like positive and be like, oh, "Okay, like I am fine," and just like trying to keep a good attitude about it. And it's like, so I think I've been like good about that. But like one place I've just wanted to go is like Tyler State Park. At least when I've gone there, every time that like we were looking to go like just drive through it or something, it's always been closed. And I'm like, that's annoying to me. So like,
I think
I
it's
don't know.
open now.
It is open now. But
Yeah.
I just want to like go outdoors and just like be outdoors for a while. I don't know.
Hmm.
I also like want to go like to the beach or something because I know like there's kids like there's just so weird to me is like during that
That there's
Friday.
kids.
No, shut up. Yeah, what the heck are kids? Kids? What do kids do? No, it was crazy to me when there was all these like what was one? Oh no, there's all these kids that like flew and like immediately like flew to like Florida or drove up to like New Jersey, and that was like their first instinct during quarantine. And I was like, what the heck? Because they're like,
Hmm.
there's someone I know they flew to Florida and they haven't came back yet. And I was like
Hmm.
that's
Yeah,
fine, but it's like still that's your first priority when we
I
go into quarantine.
yeah, I thought about that because then you're stuck there, and like
Mm-hmm.
it's nice there, but then I thought everything's closed, and you probably don't have a house down there, so you're
Yeah.
stuck in a hotel room.
Well, there might be some people that have homes because I know there is some people at our
Yeah,
school.
but there are
But
definitely some people that did that and
mm-hmm.
don't have homes, and they're stuck in
A
like
hotel or something.
Four Seasons,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
they
you know
can't
what?
even do anything in the hotel.
I know, and like, what would really suck is if you lived in an apartment. That would be the worst, in my opinion. You
Why?
know?
Like that's just well, no, that at least that's like your house. It's
Yeah,
not
but
like
like,
it's not like some corporate designed like two
building or
queen
something.
bed.
I
Yeah.
guess I agree with that as well. Like, it's not like your space, but like, being in an apartment, it's just that would like suck to me because you're just like cramped in like this small
Yeah.
area, and like you can't go anywhere. You like literally can't go anywhere. Like especially in like New York City, when like they're trying to heavily like keep people inside and everything. I was like, that would suck because
I
it's like
w-
all you can do is in your house is like, oh, I can walk from my bedroom to my kitchen. Like, ooh,
mhm.
what fun.
Wait, no, my bedroom is in my kitchen. Dang.
Whoa.
Yeah, I kind of want to go to New York or Philly because like
Hmm.
it's empty and just like take pictures in the empty city.
Yes. I
Like
okay,
it's
like that'd be so much
empty.
fun. Uh-huh. Or like go to Times Square when there's nobody there.
Hmm.
Like that would be awesome.
That would just be crazy.
Or like drive into New York City
Hmm.
when it's not totally crazy. Because like we like didn't try to drive in it. We tried to get to the ferry, and just to get to the ferry to go over to New York City was insane. It was like it was really hard to get there. And it was like, I don't know. There's so many people in New York. I don't get how you could ever live there.
Yeah.
But I would like to go to New York again. That was fun. And then like I was looking forward to going to Canada over spring break, but like now we won't be able to do that. So I don't know.
I was going to Arizona.
Yeah.
I really want to go that. No, because my uncle lives out there,
Hmm.
and I've
Have you
never
ever been
been.
there?
I've never been
Never
there,
been.
and he's always
Really?
like, "You got to come down. You got to come down. You got to come down." So the one time we're coming down, we can't.
Hmm.
And I was just like,
I
"Oh
know
my
that.
god!"
Yeah. Cause like I've gone to Arizona well, technically I think 3 times because I went for the wedding of my aunt and uncle, but I was so young I don't remember it, and I think we went twice. Yeah, I think we did. Like to see them, and like it's fun and everything. I like Arizona's awesome. Like Sedona, we went to Sedona. That was really cool. Have you ever heard of the Pink Jeep tours
Yeah.
in Sedona? Like where they like drive up on the rocks and everything. So
Hmm.
like there's this one rock, at least that when on our tour, that they drove up on, and it's like this, and they just like they drive up over it and slam their brakes on it, and it's like a great view of like the whole city. Like I think it's a city, yeah. And it's really pretty. And then we also went to like the Grand Canyon. Like Arizona's a really cool place, and like Phoenix is awesome because we got to like do a walkthrough through the Arizona Cardinal Stadium. That was cool. So it was like, I don't know. I enjoyed like whenever we visit there. So yeah, Arizona's
Yep.
cool. I get why you'd
Arizona
want
is
to go.
cool.
Yeah, it is awesome. I
It
don't know.
is cool.
I just like I don't know for like business people that would suck to like not be able to go back. Like there was this one girl in my social studies class that her dad was stuck in like Hong Kong or Thailand or something like that, and has been stuck there. And I'm like, that would suck to be
Ooh,
stuck away from your family
in
in
a
a
country that
foreign
doesn't speak
country.
English.
Yes, that would also suck because it's like,
Ooh,
first off, you don't know what they're saying. Second of all, you're in a hotel without anybody you know. I was like, that'd be
and
crazy.
like you're not used to the food. Can't
Hmm.
read the menu.
Well, yeah, and it's like you're living in a hotel. That's why also living in a hotel would suck because like most hotel rooms don't have a kitchen, and so then you have to go out and get takeout, and it's
Or
so
you could get
hard to
room
get takeout.
service. Room
Oh, I guess you could.
service.
Room service is expensive, you
I'm
know?
sure they lowered the price.
Yeah. Wait, do you think they
They
still do
have
that?
to.
Like
Room
have a room
room service.
service? Because like
They
quarantine, they wouldn't
have
want to serve people.
to.
I don't know. I would think they would, but
Maybe
I
not
would.
as extravagant,
Mm-hmm. Not
but
with like
hey.
the gold like chippings
Hmm.
on the top.
And the thing about hotels is that they're the rooms are cleaned by like cleaning people, and so
Mm-hmm.
these people are stuck in here, and the hotel rooms they're just not getting cleaned.
Yeah,
So,
because that'd be really weird. Is because like your hotel, like first off, you only had your luggage that you packed for yourself. So like you might only have 3 pairs of clothes, and you might just have like a phone, a laptop, and that's it. And I was like, that'd be so weird to me because it's like I don't know. That's and like when you go on a vacation, you don't bring everything you need because like
yeah,
you're only say you're only gonna be gone for a couple days. Like you don't bring everything you need or like something you don't bring everything that's totally necessary because like you might not use it during your trip and
hmm
like that would suck if you like were in a hotel and you needed something and like you were on the other side of the world. That'd be
yeah,
terrible in my opinion.
no laundry.
Oh yeah, like technically, I
Ooh,
think they probably would have some kind of laundry. I would think.
how would they do that? How would they
Well,
like
I guess.
know what like
Oh
person
wait,
like they might
what
have
person's laundry?
yeah
Because they do laundry at hotels. You know that, right?
for towels, right?
No, for like everything. Because like you can. there's things where you put it, there's bags in most hotel rooms, I think. Not all hotels, but I think most do. It's like there's a bag, and then you just put your clothes in, and it has your room number on it, and then you put it like either on the outside or somewhere inside, so like when a cleaning lady comes, they can come and pick up your stuff. So it might be different because I don't think they'd have cleaning ladies, but I don't know. It'd be interesting. So
Cleaning people, Matthew.
cleaning people, my bad. Sorry. I don't know. Oh, when I've ever seen them, they've always been ladies, so I've always said cleaning ladies. But I don't know. I don't know. That's what, like, also people have been, like, there's flight attendants, that have to, like, work now, and I was like, that would suck because, like, you're stuck in a flight with all these, like, people that you don't know, and now there's this, like, big virus going around, and I don't know, and then you have to come back home to your kids and then do it all over again. That would suck. I don't know. But I have no clue. You have anything else?
I do not.
Oh, guys, so I'm just going to end it here. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Hope you guys are listening to it, depending on what you get. Hope you guys really enjoyed. Thanks again for Liam for being on. Don't forget to go check him out on Instagram or wherever he is. So, yeah. Liam, do you have any final things to say?
No, I'd just like to say thank you for listening. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Hello, Matt's grandma again.
All right, guys. Stay safe and healthy. Goodbye.